Okay, testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Hello. Some of you know me as Mystic Rob. Some of you just know me as Rob. I want to. Well, first of all, I haven't made videos for a while. Those of you who are my close friends know what's been going on in my life the last month, and thanks for all your support. But that's one of the reasons I've been kind of away. But today, some stuff went down that I just have to have a discussion about. Basically, somebody was making a lot of very wild claims about what abilities they had, and claims that I thought were crossing a line. And I, pretty much put forth that not only was this an extraordinary claim, but they claimed that it was scientifically backed. Their explanation for this was that some Russian scientists did an experiment, and there was a very vague article about it, and they passed that off as scientific proof. And maybe it would be a good idea to explain what scientific proof is in another video, but anyone who understands what science is knows that that's not scientific proof. But I was willing to leave this alone. We went round and round, and it was obvious that this person didn't understand. It was Tiffany, is who it was. Tiffany White, she's a psychic. And so somebody had friended me, and I carried the discussion on with them. And then, the group leader of the little psychic coven or cult or whatever they got going, the True Psychics Network, jumped in on me. I was willing to let it go, but at this point it escalated. There was a lot of name calling. A lot of attacks on my character, which don't bother me because when you're really centered, you don't worry about your reputation. That's something I've learned. I don't want to make this about me. I want to make it about the fact that there was an issue that I stayed focused on. And as I stayed focused on this issue about whether somebody can psychically alter a person's DNA, as I got, ostracized, and people are cutting me, off of their pages, and that's fine, and telling me that I was a control type, and just basically bad-mouthing me. I stayed focused on the issue, and, I even said Sinlou, in chat, she said that you believe in things that are just as, I forget how she worded it, but I told her I'll support any of my beliefs. But this idea that people want to charge, that her people want to charge over $100 to psychically send light to alter your DNA, that technically is not only misleading, I would consider it practicing medicine without a license. You see, if you want to give somebody a tarot reading and just say, well, this is what the cards say, this is why I say I get certain impressions, take it for what it's worth, I'm fine with that. I do that myself. But once you say, I can make a physical change in your body just by thinking about it, or meditating, or sending you light. And the other big issue was, can light activate or change DNA? There is no scientific evidence for that. Ultraviolet light, as it's termed, which isn't really light, it's a form of radiation, because it's invisible, so it's not light, that can corrupt DNA. It doesn't activate it. And there's been no scientific evidence for this. So the problem is that there's this claim that is misguided. The claim that it's scientific is misguided. The fact that I've approached this with intellectual calm and have not reduced it to name calling on my side, whereas I've been called so many things. And once again, one thing I learned from Wayne Dyer, your reputation is what other people think about you. It doesn't affect how you should think or believe about yourself. And that's how I feel. So, the old phrase, your opinion of me is none of my business. I like that. And yes, I do believe in energy healing. I believe in certain forms of energy healing. The thing is, what I've learned, studied, and practiced, I know that it's based on things that have historical backing. They have traditions behind them. It's not a New Age idea. And there are scientists now who are studying psychic phenomena and coming up with interesting results, studying field phenomena and these things. I'll name a few: Rupert Sheldrake, Dean Radin. There's a Rupert Sheldrake is one of my favorites. But the thing is, there's a big problem when you take something that has a minute effect and blow it to such a grand proportion that you claim to alter people's DNA from around the world. Now, I won't make that claim. I would never claim something that's so preposterous. I would never complicate it by claiming that there's scientific evidence for it. But a claim I do have, a power that I have, is I can project knowledge. And psychic, the word psychic means of the mind. It doesn't always mean supernatural. I can project knowledge. This is a psychic ability I have. And I'm going to project this knowledge to Sinlou, to Tiffany, and everybody in our group, and to their state's attorney generals about what making medical claims and taking money for those medical claims is really about. I'm not blowing smoke. I feel very strongly about this. I feel strongly because as a tarot reader myself, when people make outrageous claims, people, by association, people want to group me in with crazy stuff like that. If you want to say, I'm going to send love and light to you and it's going to energize your being, well, that's you know what? There's no way to prove or disprove that. That's fine. Once you make a claim, I'm altering your DNA. You've broken the law. You're practicing medicine without a license, and I am going to make a big stink about this, and you are going to stop it. At this point, people in my field say namaste. I hate that word. I do. I know it has a traditional heritage, but it's been so misused by the New Age people, and it's just so fake and phony, like so much of New Age. What I do say is peace. So, peace.